Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Vibe Mornings, the one place on the internet where all we do is we talk about getting happy right now in your personal life, taking that next step so that you achieve your goal, manifest your manifestation, and then build a plan so that you enjoy the journey to get there. Because what's the point of going on vacation if the 3 months beforehand you were miserable? So, hi, my name is Kelly Lunt. I'm an intuitive channel and medium. I always start this show with a general channel message from spirit. So that way, those of you who can't join live, you could still come back and hear a personal message in the beginning of the show. For those of you who are able to join live, afterwards, we dive into live free mini reads. So if you're coming live, say hello. Let me know you're here. If you're watching the replay, just say hello. It's way more fun for me the more engaged you guys are. Let me just tag a few people. Haven't seen you guys in a while. Hey, Concha. Hey, Antoinette. Glad you guys made it. Hey, Sarah over there on Instagram. How is everyone? And one announcement before we get started is Quantum Leap. If you are ready for a completely new result in life, and if you're just ready to find that thing that kind of lights you up, that you're eager and enthused to get out of bed for, to go achieve, to go experience, I invite you to come check out Quantum Leap. There's comments, there's links in the Instagram bio, there's links in the description. PM me, email me if you need the link to join. It starts April 24th. And you can also just go to kellylunt.com/quantum leap to hang out in that. Yeah, hey Sarah. All right, so let's get on to the general message from spirit and then go on to the free mini reads part. So everyone, if you have the time, go ahead and close your eyes. Just quickly sink into your body, grounding into this present moment, allowing all of your focus to be in the here and the now. And go ahead and breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And continue to breathe at your own pace and your own rhythm. Hmm. Today is a day of reawakening to your purpose, reawakening to your why, reawakening to why you chose to come down here in this physical earth. You came down to have experiences. You saw the board, you saw what mass conscious has created: roads, cars, national parks, being able to buy a house. So it's really a question of how willing are you to start being more engaged with life? Are you willing to read books and expand your knowledge so that you can play in the world in a bigger way? It's not necessarily in a bigger way, it's in a more engaged way. If you want to like learn about real estate and start playing that way on earth, if you view it that way. When we had Kelly go to the gym this morning, she had a whole new perspective of the gym. Some in the past it was, "Ugh, I guess I have to motivate myself to get up and go do this good thing. I guess I need to have discipline to get the results I want." The Kelly who has a thriving business works out. Today it was whew, okay, I got up a little late, so it means I can't quite do my weights. But you know what? I just like playing at the gym. The gym is my playground. Just like when we were younger and it was easy to make friends, we would go to school every day and it was just natural bump into people and eventually talk. Well, the same is true with the gym. It's just I'm an adult now. So instead of saying you have to go to school, I get to choose. I do like going to the park. I do like going to the gym. And then she just viewed it as I'm going to my daily playground. Of course, I'm going to want to come here every day. I'm going to get to know people. I'm going to get to know friends. I'm going to look forward to see what they did, how their evening went, how the meeting with work went. It's that engaged in life. It's that willingness to send that text, "Hey, anyone wanna go drink their morning drink and walk around the park?" It's the willingness to, "I am looking to connect with people." And can you be willing to prepave? Can you be willing to prepave and set the intentions for what you wanna start experiencing? I'm ready to start experiencing more community. Community would feel so good. This is line by line. You get your journal out. I'm ready to start experiencing community. How would you feel if you had it? Well, it would feel good. It would feel good to know I have many people to call if a question comes up. It would feel good because it's fun to meet friends at the park for a picnic. It would feel good because it's fun to meet friends at the movie theater. It would feel good because having people to celebrate birthdays with is fun. And it's fun when it's someone else's birthday, so you have a reason to go to the store to buy them a gift. It's fun to buy people gifts. If I had community, my life would come more alive. It would come more alive. Someone to share my stories with and them to reflect back to me, "Yeah, yeah, I remember 9 years ago, remember this is what you were talking about?" Or, "Hey, even 3 months ago, this is the way you were talking about it." It's that embracing that life is about that expansion of beginning to enjoy life in a new way. That's all many of you are going through. And with that, we invite it to the mini read portion. Woo! That was a interesting general message there. What everyone think of that? It is always just about expanding um, into the new you. And there can be the hard edge you, like a cactus, as I've heard it, where it's like a no, you will treat me this way because I'm manifesting a husband. That's like a cactus, whack. Or it's like, are you going to be the fern and allow yourself to grow a new branch and go, oh, I do like having an extra branch to collect more sun. I do like going to the gym with someone and working out together. That softness, that's when you're going through the inner transformation and you're allowing yourself to be moved by your vibrational work. It's growing through expansion instead of growing through contrast. Growing through contrast is when you're boom, 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 just got to get through the steps. Growing through expansion, there's contrast in expansion. So we don't need to grow through contrast because expansion itself, it is unsettling. You're seeing the world in a whole new way. You heard in the example of the gym, I used to view it as drudgery. And I was like, wait, my friends are at the gym. Of course I want to go and say hi. Um, so it's about being willing to allow yourself to be moved through that expansion to get to your end goal and journey instead of contrast, which is where you get in fights, you nitpick, blah, blah, blah. Okay, simple, short, to the point message. I would like a general. Okay. Okay. That's pretty short and to the point, too. All right, Spirit, what do you got for Antoinette today? We need you to stop beating yourself up, Antoinette. It's not a do this and then you'll get this. Think of it when you're potty training a little one. When you have to pee, go sit there and do it. Sometimes they have to become aware of what's going on inside of them. That's the growing through expansion. They have to become aware, like, oh, I need to become aware of sensations in my body. I've never had to be aware of that before, but now I need to become aware of that and like, oh, whoa, my muscles are tired. So it's you have a repertoire of toolkits. You have the nervous system regulation. You have the meditation. You have the positive aspect list. You have the specific homework we gave you. Notice how you have community and friendship already. But it's not a everyday just get through it, do the list, just get through it, meditate, because that's setting a timer going, I'm sitting here, I'm meditating, I'm closing my eyes, I'm not thinking about other things. Oh, I thought about something else, but I'm not thinking about that thing. I'm meditating versus sinking into the feeling of your body and feeling the expansion of your body as you breathe in, feeling the deflation of your body as you breathe out. That presence, that awareness. That's the difference of the 2 types of meditations. So it's some of the days, your homework, your getting into the vibe of what it is you want will be, you know what, I didn't sleep that well. I just need to regulate my nervous system, meditate, and go to work and do my thing. I know my inner being is always guiding me on my path. Today wasn't supposed to be the happy, happy, joy, joy day. Oh, today I'm feeling better. I got a good night's sleep. My body feels good. Okay, you know what? I'm going to meditate and do a positive focus list. That felt good. Then the next day it might be meditate and the specific homework. Do you see how this is about you becoming aware? If a child could become aware of their body to potty train themselves, we think you could become aware of, am I in a place where I need to de escalate my emotions to get more neutral? Is this in a place where am I at a place where I'm already neutral? So doing a focus on, I like that the sun comes up on its own. I loved the good morning I got at the gym. I loved the person who came up next to me and we were both like doing the same elliptical, just having that shared experience. My breakfast was tasty and good. Oh, I'm so glad I washed my dishes the night before. Good job, younger Kelly. Thank you so much, Kelly, on Sunday, who did all your dishes and prep some food. Like, thank you. You rock. Do you see how it's about becoming aware, de escalation, neutral, amp up? I'm willing to work on a specific topic today. You know what? Today, I just need to meditate. That's your awareness. And the same goes for Concha. Hmm. I feel that general. I just re-listened. I love it. I want to feel the comfort I feel with and with others so I can feel that level of safety and connection with different people. So I'm open to other people to spend time with. Makes sense. Yes, I like that. Accepting some days are not that. Ooh, I guess that I thought that was on stable grounding. I guess not. Um, I'm going to talk more about that, Antoinette. Let me just, I'm reading these. Yes, I like that. Accepting some days, not the happy, joy, joy, the most star. This weekend was a de escalation. Antoinette saying thank you. Who's the third person live over there on YouTube? Um, yeah, Antoinette, that's the way. And that's okay because that tends to be at the vibration. Hey, Chelsea. We're doing mini reads right now. So if you have a question you'd like me to channel for spirit from you, please let me know. I'm going to talk a little bit more to Antoinette about her message. Um, and that's okay because it's just that action, Antoinette, tends to happen from people who are between frustration and pessimism. So at least you can be like, okay, fine, I get it. I'm going in the right direction. Like that's pessimism right there. And this is meeting yourself where you're at. Okay, fine, I get it. I'm going in the right direction. Sure, it's a little frustrating and annoying how it feels like it's going so slow to me. It sucks that it's going slow. I don't like that it's going slow. This is where you're not jumping too far. You're meeting yourself exactly where you're at. It's a bummer that I feel like I need this to go so slow. So I guess there's a part of me that still needs to be get tuned in, tapped in to just how good relationships could be. I guess I'm on the part of journey of manifesting love where it's about becoming aware of how good relationships could be. Because if I was aware of how good the relationships would be, I'd probably be skipping along, moving towards it. I'd like that. I'd like to see how it could be such a good, beautiful thing that it's like, why am I holding this out? Um, Because then from there, Antoinette, I've been having these like interesting moments of alignment where it was like, I don't know, it was like 3, 4, 5 weeks ago or something. And I remember I was on a phone call with a family member. And I was like, "Well, listen, I gotta share, like, I'm actually afraid of being in a relationship." And it's because what about those days where, like, I don't have the energy to, like, clean the house. I don't have the energy to, like, cook. It's just gonna be a takeout day. I can't always be that person who's just on top of every single thing, and I just get worried if I get in a relationship, I'm not gonna be able to have that down day. But I was, like, crying in tears because it was a genuine fear of mine. The family member just said, Kelly, I oftentimes would just call my partner and say, "What are you doing working over there? It's our off day. Come watch TV with me." So I laughed at realizing, oh, it's as simple as sharing space with someone. It's as simple as instead of watching TV alone because I need downtime, I'll be cuddling. I'll be getting cuddled while watching this movie. And then, like, last night, there's sometimes, like, just once or twice a month, I kinda just like to, like, play some kirtan music. I hope I pronounced that correctly, and it's, like, to stretch in my body, like, do body rolls, do some yoga, but, like, more of, like, an intuitive flow, just the kinda stretching my body needs, and, like, dance around and stuff, and then I tend to have, like, a little bit of an emotional release from it or an epiphany or an idea, and, like, for me, it was "Oh, at this upcoming celebration of life," that's what my family calls a funeral. I was like, "I know the story I wanna share about this person now." And then I called that family member, I was like, "Hey, look, I figured out another reason why I don't wanna, like, be with someone, like, how am I gonna have those days where I just get to listen to music, I get to process my emotions, and I get to have my epiphanies and my awareness?" And he kinda laughed a little, and I went, "I know, I get it. It's just when I have my crying moment of I know the story I wanna share at the celebration of life, I'm gonna have someone there who's holding me. So as instead of crying alone, I'm gonna be crying and being held." Does that make sense, Antoinette? That's seeing the beauty of a relationship. That's seeing the beauty of sharing your space. Someone who's between frustration and pessimism, that's the journey you're opening up to. And that's the journey of opening up to the vibration of hopeful. So the vibration of hopeful is in alignment. That's where you start meeting people who are like better quality, or at least you're more in the vibration of a relationship. So they're at least relationship oriented people. Okay, Sarah, I definitely see your request. I'll finish Antoinette. And I don't know. I think Sarah was here first. So Sarah, go ahead and write your question, and then we'll go to Chelsea. Um, so Antoinette, so getting to hopeful is an alignment, right? So you'll start meeting more people who are relationship oriented. There'll be people who have clear boundaries. So even if both of you are single, it'll be clear, like, yeah, I think we are just better as friends, huh? Yeah, yeah. Well, I still want to go to like the fair this Saturday. Do you want to go? Like, so it'll at least be like friendships with clear boundaries of the opposite sex. And then eventually, once you're in, oh, I get it. Like, I got a good friend base. I got a good thing going on in my life. I do think he's coming in. It will hit a turning point where it goes, I know he's coming in. Cause oh my God, I want to be cuddled every day. When I'm crying, I want to be held. When I know when someone else is there, I'm going to be cooking better meals, and I want to be cooking better meals. And like, it's okay that I need the motivation of someone else being there for me to cook the healthier meal. My time is more enjoyable when I spend it with others. Like, guys, I could have stayed in I don't know if it's Saturday or Sunday, but I was like, "You know what? I'm just gonna text all my girlfriends. They might all tell me no." Well, I didn't get all my girlfriends. I did a short little group. "Hey, do you guys just wanna go to the park, drink your morning drinks, and, like, walk around?" And I was surprised that they all said yes. And then we stumbled upon, like, a fair while there, and we walked around the art booths, and it turned out to be just, like, a cool day. We all got the food we wanted and ate at the park. It's like that willingness. Okay, so let me see, does Antoinette have any comments on that before I go to Sarah's question and then to Chelsea's? And don't forget, guys, Quantum Leap is starting April 24th. So if you're ready for a quantum leap in life, especially if you're ready to like achieve something new in your life that you've never achieved before, and you want to like wake up with that eagerness and that enthusiasm for life, that zest for life, come hang out in Quantum Leap. Okay, that's why. So, Antoinette, any comments before I go on to for Sarah? Oh, Sarah, your question's going along exactly with what I'm talking about, community and friendships. Nothing from me. I feel a bit better. Okay, good. I'm learning so much from yours and Antoinette's discussion. Yeah, Chelsea, these tend to be like synchronistic. It's like a synchronous in a workshop. Whoever like asks the first question tends to just be the one who represents the whole group. So that's what's really cool about these. And I do this show. You're new, so welcome. I do this Monday through Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So come hang out. Come get high vibe. Come learn what you need to learn, whether you're the one asking the question or someone else is asking the question. That's why Lazy Weekend was so hard. LOL. The down day in partnership is so good. That's why this lazy weekend was so hard. Why was it so hard? Why was the lazy weekend hard? I don't get it. Nothing for me feel better. What's coming up in the most for your up for you, Chelsea? Okay, so I'm gonna go to Sarah. Sarah, thank you. Why do people not fit in with me? I'm on a healing journey for the last 3 years. That's a good question, Sarah. And I want to comment a little bit, Sarah, before I channel spirit. A lot of times when people are on that like deep healing journey and like I get it. I've done that. I've done that where like I did inner child work every single day. There was like a period of my life, I think it was like a good 2, 3 years where I was doing inner child work every single evening. A new inner child to heal, a new EFT tapping script to go through. And just one day a week I would go over to my friend's house. Um, and that was it. That was my life. I was on that inner journey. And as fun as it was to like get to know those younger parts of me and shine love onto younger Kelly, which was a very valid way to spend time. And I heard someone call it, it's actually like the greatest love story of all time. Because you as an older adult are choosing to focus on the younger parts of you and like love them, right? So it's kind of be aware that more of your focus right now is on healing and loving younger Sarah than the Sarah right now. Because the Sarah right now needs friendship and companionship. But younger Sarah is no, we're not good enough. We're not good enough. We're a burden to friends. At some point, there's beauty in that inner healing. But why are you doing that inner healing, right? It because relationships would be more enjoyable, right? You'd get healthier people, you would be present more. So it's like leaning into the why you're doing it. Well, I want to connect better with people. Because you can keep focused on the past and nitpicking all the reasons why you're not good at connecting with people now, or you can start to focus on I want to connect with people. And like that's a learning journey, how to connect better with people, how to vibe, how to pace your requests to people, how to start general with them and just vibe a little, not going too deep all at once. So you can choose to keep doing the inner work because it is a great love story. You're choosing to love younger you, okay? No matter what, though, there needs to be the part of you that goes, I'm not a burden in relationships. Friendship and companionship is a joy. And I'm just looking for the people who want to connect and play in the way I want to play with and whose experience is elevated. I'm looking to play and connect with people who my experience and their experience are both elevated and are coming together. And then like start leaning towards that new journey of trusting people, of opening up to them, of seeing of like being willing to become aware and awaken to how beautiful relationships are. And recognizing that value exchange is sometimes just having that person's energy in the room with you. My friend went out of town and she dropped her guinea pig off at my house. Before I was hesitant. I was like, no, 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 I don't want it. I don't want it. I was like, all right, fine. You keep asking, just send me a picture of the cage. I was like, actually, that's a pretty small cage, so I'll take it. It's kind of nice. Every day I have something to go, oh, hi, good morning. And like I feel it's a little bit of energy and I got to pet it a little bit. Um, so do you see how you gotta shift your focus a little bit that way? I'm willing to connect with people. I'm willing to have a different experience in relationships with people that like it's gonna feel lighter. It's gonna feel more uplifting. It's gonna feel more laughter. It's gonna feel like a good enrichment of my life. It's like leaning into the new story. Okay. Hey, Joy, what's up? Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're doing so Sarah, now let me tell you what Spirit has to say. And feel free to write any comments, Sarah. Yeah, Sarah, we actually love everything that Kelly said. What we would add on is I could be a joy to be around. I could be a joy to be around. I could be surrounded by people who just think that I'm just perfect for who they needed to hang out with. I could be willing to be open to see how I'm a joy to be around. I could be willing to begin to see why people would like me and why people would want to be around me. A lot of times when people experience a lot of contrast when they're younger, they do develop this people don't want me around, I'm a burden to people. So it's a you view yourself as you take when you're in relationship. You just have when I'm in a relationship with someone, I take. If they give me anything that benefits my life, I'm a taker and I'm draining from them. I know how hard it is to like cook a meal when you're tired and they cooked me a meal. Who am I to take that from them? So it's about being willing to see yourself differently as someone who, when you show up, you're giving. You're giving your presence, you're giving your stories. Kelly is a friend. He'll talk about the latest like injectables for longevity. He'll talk about SpaceX. And Kelly's like, whoa, I just love hearing his stories about what he focuses his time on when he has time to look up the things that are interesting to him. When Kelly comes around, she tends to bring in enthusiasm. Let's get stuff done. It's an uptick in emotion for people. But she doesn't talk about science stuff or SpaceX. So you're on a journey of discovering and becoming aware of the fun parts of you. The giving, the hey, it's your birthday. I wanted to give you this card. Hey, it's your birthday. I wanted to cook this cake for you. Hey, I was thinking of going to the park and walking around with my cup of tea. You want to go walking? Do you see how you're just in the process of beginning to see yourself differently? And that's being around people who view you as a joy to be around. And with that, we'll keep reading comments from you, Sarah. But Chelsea, what is your question? What's your question, Chelsea? Thank you. I'm happy with where I am emotionally, but don't get my friends are not connecting with people, even if I give 110%. It's essentially from what I heard from Spirit, you got to prepave a bit, Sarah, because you don't want to solve the problem with action. You want to solve the problem vibration within it. Or like, you got to change your inner world before you change your outer world. Just know though, I've been there. It gets better when you go, I'm willing to see how I'm fun to be around. I'm willing to see how people benefit from me just showing up. Because I have some friends who like I went to a dinner party and the people who were there, it was like their son or daughter or something. They looked at me like, oh, how do you know my mom and dad? And I was like, I'm their dinner party friend, man. When they throw a dinner party, they tend to invite me. It's great. And he had a good laugh out of it. Um, and then I have other people where I'm like closer and more involved. I go to their houses for the holidays. Um, and it's like a cool, I must be a fun dinner guest party. And then, as I get to know them all, they're all super into the spiritual stuff. So I'm like, oh, here I am. I play with cards and spirit guides for a living. So it's like, oh, okay. They probably feel accepted when I'm around. And I'm just waiting for your question, Chelsea. They probably like that I can talk about the topic they're interested in. They probably like that sometimes I get a little mini message for them. Um, um, yeah. Okay. So Chelsea, what's your question? We got just like a minute left. I would love to know how to feel comfortable inviting new inspiration in. Although I've been opening myself up to new opportunities, I feel impatient and somewhat complacent. Well, first of all, good awareness on your emotions. If you're at impatient and complacent, if you Google the emotional guidance list, you're somewhere between there's frustration, irritation, impatient. You're not that far from contentment. Sometimes complacent can be a, ugh, I'm not where I want to be yet, frustration. It could also be a, okay, I'm sinking in and settling that this is how I like to live my life. Like when I was going to the gym this morning, part of me was like, I just want to stay in bed. But the growing part of me has been, well, there's still a part of you that just wants to stay in bed and sleep, but there's another part of you that wants to get going to the gym to have a good day, to get the energy flowing through you, to see which of your friends went to the gym, to stretch, to make your body feel good. Your body always feel like you like going to the gym, Kelly. That's how you like playing. You like moving your body. You like lifting weights. Today, for whatever reason, you're all stiff and sore. Maybe it's because you didn't stretch enough, or maybe it's just because today's a cardio day instead of a lift heavy day. Um, you can view that as complacent, Got to go to the gym to just make my body feel good. Yeah, this is just part of life. As you get older, you have to set out time to go to the gym so your body doesn't hurt. I guess I'm just accepting it as good as it is. Or you can view it as a, because your question was, how do I invite inspiration in? And it was like, okay, well, I'm good. Like, it's my playground. That is how, like, you make your friends in middle school by going to school. So, but as an adult, you get to choose. Do you want to go to the bar? Is that your playground? Do you want to go to a dance class? Is that your playground? Do you want to go to hikes and have hiking buddies? And is that your playground? Like, the gym in the morning is my playground. I like moving my body. I like saying hi to people. And when someone got onto the machine next to me, I was just like, oh, I got a buddy who's playing. Like, I'm on at the swing. He's on the swing. So I looked over. I was like, hi. I had my headphones in. I was like, hi. He's like, hi. Because he just had like an acknowledgement too of like, yeah, I want to move my body. And I personally love the elliptical because it like, God, it just like wakes your whole body up? Do you see how all of that is me being willing to be inspired by something I chose to do? So, a lot of this, Chelsea, is about you beginning to welcome in feeling happy. A lot of this is about you beginning to welcome in feeling good about your choices for how you like to spend your time. Contentment and playgrounds, these concepts feel good. Yeah, because you're right there. If you look at the emotional guidance list, getting to actual contentment, which is, I do like to play at the gym. Let's go. But then, of course, like what was said for Antoinette earlier, there are going to be some days where it's like, you know what, today's a lifting day, but I'm genuinely did not get a good night's sleep. I'm just going to skip the gym today. Like, and I'm just going to focus on like stretching at home. It's that whole meeting yourself where you're at. If you're out of alignment, you're going to view that as complacent. Well, because I'm old, I got to just stretch at home. Or like a man, I did not sleep good last night. Contentment. This is where I'm at. I make peace with and accept this is where I'm at. Like, man, I did not sleep well last night. I'm like, I got that tired headache. My energy's a little low. You know what? I'm just gonna do a gentle walk outside. I'm definitely gonna come home and stretch. Oh, I love you, body. It's the doing something in the morning to make my body feels good. Like that's my playground. Most of the time it's going to be going to the gym because there's friends I can meet there. You get hellos from the parking lady, you get hellos from the person walking in. It keeps you in a physical like shape so that you can go on hikes if people ask you out on. But it's also like the bigger arching is I like to move my body first thing in the morning because I like my body to feel good. I like that uptick of energy you get from working out. See, when you're at complacent, you won't allow yourself to get that uptick of energy from working out. You'll be like, okay, I'm doing the thing. Okay, I do feel better. Cause it's like 20 minutes of steady state cardio is when your body then releases like the endorphins, those feel good hormones for you to have a better day. Um, if you're out of alignment, we're gonna be like, well, I'm doing the thing. Okay, I feel a little bit better. But if you're in alignment, it's like oh man, 13 minutes in, and I already feel my body waking up. Then I was 20 minutes in. I was like, wow, I definitely need to set aside time to do steady state cardio more because I'm tired and want to get off this machine. And it's like, but I also know that when I get used to doing this for 30 minutes, like, oh my God, I'm gonna have so much more energy overall in life. All right, I'm increasing my capacity to allow myself to feel good. That's where you're at. I'm setting a dominant intent in life to feel good in life and to each day, day by day, allow myself to feel happier and happier and happier. I'm going to begin to discover new things about myself that I like doing, that I like, that I enjoy. And I'm going to begin to discover new ways that I like spending my time. I'm going to begin to see things that really light me up, and I'm going to allow myself to feel that lit up, that excitement. I'm ready to feel eager about life again. I'm ready to look forward to the expansion and the co creation with the universe. I'm ready to be tuned in, tapped in even more to my own inner being, which is my own internal guidance system, guiding me towards everything that I want. And right now, I'm manifesting feeling more inspired because if you felt more inspired, Chelsea, and I break this down in my law of attraction course. But if you actually want help with this, you should join the Quantum Leap program because you get access to my Law of Attraction course for like as a gift for signing up. Um, if you're feeling inspired, all manifestations are what is it that you want? I'm ready to feel inspired in life again. If you felt inspired in life again, how would you feel? Right? Like me right now, my equivalent is I want to lose weight. Well, if I'd lost weight, what do I think I'd be doing? How do I think I'd be feeling? I was like, well, I would get out of bed easier. Moving around would just be easier. I would feel skinnier and sexier. I would feel more vibrant. I would feel more alive. So you see how it's not actually about losing weight, but it's about if I lost weight in my mind, I will feel more vibrant. I will be going out on hikes more often. I would feel better in my body. I would feel cuter when I'm out on a date. That's what I actually want, you know? So the same things for you. If you felt comfortable inviting an inspiration in, what would you be doing? Well, I would be getting out there and going taking that dance class. Well, I would be looking up that board game group in town and I would get past the social anxiety or I would take my social anxiety and go to the board game club with that. You know, it's just it takes the first time or two to do something and then it becomes comfortable. Chelsea, if you put your hands together and clasp them, you'll notice that one hand is on top of the other. If you clasp it and make sure that the other one's on top, it tends to be your non dominant hand. So it's a lot of new sensations. It feels uncomfortable, right? And that's your question. I would like to know how to feel comfortable inviting new inspiration in. So it feels uncomfortable. And sometimes you got to hold it there for 2 minutes. And it feels uncomfortable because you're not like, they're like, this is the part of your thumb that was used to being touched. Now you're doing it this side. So it's a whole new part of your body that's like being touched and feeling sensations. It sends the signals to your brain, and your brain is deciding: is this danger? Is this good? Okay, you know what? Our hand's not getting burned. It's okay. In time, it takes about 2 minutes for something like this for you to not notice how uncomfortable it feels. It may not be as comfortable as the other way, but you won't notice that the new feelings see, it's already dying down for me. I'm like, "Okay, I could hold my hand this way." I'd feel a little more comfortable if I held it the other way, but it's like, this doesn't feel as awkward. So sometimes the first time around, I just had to go to the board game group. I was so awkward. People could tell I had a little anxiety going in. I like walked in and I kind of like looked and then I like because I bumped into the chair, I was like, oh my God. And then I just got on the chair, just kind of closed my eyes, and then I grabbed my water bottle and then the waitress comes up and goes, "Oh, would you like any water, ma'am?" I'm like, oh my God, no, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was at a restaurant. I brought my own water bottle. She's like, "It's okay, don't worry." And then everyone else just kind of went about talking to everyone else, telling how awkward I was. But there was a guy who afterwards at the end, "Hey, you're like you're Kelly, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, I just wanted to introduce myself to you because I see that you're going to the board game group tomorrow night as well. So I wanted to introduce myself. That way you at least know someone who's going to be there to, maybe help with some nerves." I was just like, "Oh my God, thank you so much." And then the next day I went there, just like holding our hands, it starts to, okay, it's not a big deal, whatever. It was like I walked in and there was like a room full of like 10 people and it was all men. I was like, okay, I don't know any of them. Oh my God. And then I saw the guy that introduced himself. I was like, "Oh, you." He's like, "Yeah, hi." And then he made sure to like show his hand. He's married, so he didn't give off any wobbly vibes or anything. But it was like, yeah. He's like, "I thought it would be nice if like just to introduce myself to you last night." I was like, "Yeah, thank you." So a lot of this is about you being willing to feel happy. And a lot of this is about just you being willing to feel a new sensation for a while until it becomes normal. And a lot of this is about you, like, if you felt inspired, what are the things that you would be doing? Would you be lifting weights? Would you be going out on hikes? And then those are the things for you to actually do. Does that make sense, Chelsea? And thank you, Concha. Kelly's programs are super helpful. Being willing to feel a new sensation until it's comfy. Yes, it makes sense. Yes, because there is a difference from I'm feeling uncomfortable because it's a new sensation versus flat out fear, right? And most of the time, like it's just social anxiety can come up. Like, am I going to be accepted? Am I going to be liked? Oh my God. Like, am I going to be cool? Are they going to want to hang out with me? That's just doing this and going. And it might be a, "Ooh, nope, oh my God, they talked about sex and war way too much. That's a no for me." Or it might just be a, "Okay, I'm just getting used to new people's energies." Because, like that was another thing too. Spirit shared my gym experience in the general reading. Before I was like, "Oh my god, don't get near me." Oh, I was just scared at the gym, and now it's like, "Oh, thanks for playing on the same like, the elliptical with me." And he was like he's kinda like he's like, "Yeah, good morning," and he's like because we both kinda liked the elliptical moves your upper body too, so it just stretches your back. And but I had to be willing to be a little moved by his energy. So it's that closed off versus I'm open. And so it's getting used to feeling other people's energies, their companionship, their types of conversation, and then assessing, is it for you? Is it not for you? Okay, so you're going through a lot. All right, guys, that was a great show. I'm not seeing a super chat. So this happens Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Come hang out. Lots of love. Bye, guys. Being able to move by his energy, lovely. Yes, come back, Chelsea. Bye, guys.